Hey, how's it going, Tamara? My name is Jack. I'm part of the search engine optimization team here at Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. I just wanted to thank you for trying out our site auditor, and I wanted to follow up with a video analysis of your website. So I'll make this quick. Right now, let me go ahead and actually I already pulled it up, but I'm using a tool called Ahrefs, which is a tool that allows search marketers like myself to take a look at a website and kind of look at the metrics of it and see kind of what's working and what's not working. The first thing that I notice is it kind of seems like it's either a brand new website or there just hasn't been any SEO work done, basically. Because right here, I can see that because of the backlinks and referring domains. So backlinks and referring domains are basically the number of websites that are pointing back to your website. So basically, if Moz.com went out there and made an article and then they put a link on there for www.newideaconsulting.com and pointed it back to your homepage, then you would get a credit for that and you would see a referring domain of one more, of 4, and backlink of 4. The number of websites that are pointing to your website is a very important metric that Google utilizes to determine which websites should rank higher than another website. So in your case, you definitely want a lot of quality, relevant websites. So in this case, the relevancy would be anything that's consulting related or online, CRM, and that kind of phrase related, pointing back to your website. By doing that, you show Google that you're an authoritative website and that you're getting credit from these other websites that are pointing back to your website. So you definitely want to make sure that you have a lot more referring domains and backlinks, especially if you're targeting multi-states. I understand you're just not operating in Colorado. You have a few other states that you work in, basically Midwest. You definitely want to make sure that you're pumping up your number of websites that are pointing back to about 300, 350 referring domains on about 3,000 to 4,000 backlinks. That's when you're going to really start seeing your rankings start move up in Google SERPs. And then when people are searching up for things like CRM Colorado or the best consulting services in Colorado, you'll be ranking up there because you have a lot more authority to show Google that you deserve to hold the top spot for given keywords, right? And this is the kind of service that we provide here at Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. We can provide you these links and the quality of the links that are really going to show Google that you deserve to be at the top here. So the other things that I noticed right here are your organic keywords and traffic. Your organic keywords are the number of phrases that you currently rank in Google, not necessarily on the first page, but if someone searches up CRM in Colorado Springs, Colorado, maybe you might be holding a ranking for that phrase. Right here is the number of traffic that people are coming, visiting. Organically to your website through Google, and it looks like it's about 1. It tends to be a little bit less than what it actually is, but at least this is a good gauge. Basically means no one's really going out of their way to find your website. So the first thing that I mentioned right here, you definitely want a lot more backlinks pointing to your website and your inner pages. Then you'll get a lot more credit, you'll rank higher, and you'll get more traffic and more business that way. The second thing I want to talk about real quick is your website. So the first thing that I do notice is right here, I love the fact that you have this real clean explaining what you guys do and then this phone number right here. What I would do is I would turn this into a phone number link. So that when people are on their phone, they can just tap on it and it'll just take them straight to the dial pad and they can call you that way. The next thing that I would add is a quick any questions kind of lead generation, lead capture kind of area right here. So maybe if you have like it's something titled have questions, then you could say like first name, last name, email, maybe a phone number, and then comments. That way, in case anyone has a question, they don't really want to necessarily pick up the phone and call you, they can just shoot you a quick contact form, and then you can just receive that via your email, and then you can reach out to them that way. So I definitely would recommend doing that. The next thing that I would highly recommend is adding a lot more content than you have right now. Nowadays, content is king, right? So we do SEO work and we just analyze Google's algorithm all day, right? All we do is just sit there and try and crack the code and figure out exactly what it takes to rank at the top of Google. And one of the second thing that we've determined is very important in ranking higher in Google is having a lot more content than a lot of your competitors, right? So basically, as a minimum, you want at least 500 to 1,000 words of content per page that you own, because this is the kind of thing that Google's looking for. And it kind of makes sense if you think about it, because Google's search engine, the whole goal of its search engine is to make sure that it matches the most relevant web pages with the given keyword or query that a person searches for. So if someone searches up how to be the best clown in the world, Google's goal is to make sure that the first website that appears when someone searches that phrase into Google is a website that's very relevant for that, right? So if all they have are images on there, it's not a very relevant website to the phrase that the person searches for. But if there's plenty of content on there, right? It talks about what it means to be a clown, what it means to be the best clown in America, and what it means to be the best clown in the world. The outfit kind of that you need, maybe the benefits and the disadvantages of being the best clown in the world, things like that. You have all this content that's relevant to the search query that Google wants to rank you at the top of Google, because you're the type of web page, you're the kind of website that Google wants to rank at the top, because you have the relevant information that people are looking for when they search for a certain query. In your situation with New Ideas Consulting, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you target like Colorado Consulting. You want to target these kinds of phrases: Colorado CRM, Colorado sales, and you want to talk about your your process, right? Maybe talk about the benefits of why using you could help them, what you've done in the past to help build business. Maybe talk about the benefits and the benefits of owning this and what it could look like for them, and why they should work with you and not someone else. Maybe you have great response, you have great customer feedback, you have great previous work that has clearly shown results for people, right? That way, not only are you showing Google that you're a relevant web page that you should rank for those kinds of phrases, but you're also convincing the people that actually end up going to your pages through that, and convincing them exactly why they should work with you. So definitely make sure that you're bumping up the amount of content that you have on your webpage, because it's another key factor in ranking higher in Google. And the last thing that I want to talk to you about real quick is I know that you don't actually have an address on here. Maybe I haven't looked through it enough, but what you want to do is you want to submit your business to a bunch of business directories. They're called citations. So basically what you want to do is you want to submit your name, address, phone number, and the services that you provide into these different business directories. That way, not only are you showing Google that you have all these backlinks that are pointing to your website and showing you're authoritative, you have the content there to show Google that you are a relevant website and have better content than everyone else. And the third thing is you're showing Google that you're a legitimate business here in Colorado. The reason being is when you submit to all these business directories with a legitimate Colorado address, a legitimate Colorado phone number, and the services that you provide, it shows Google that you deserve to be a relevant website, a relevant business here in Colorado, and that you deserve to own the top spots because you have all the metrics that Google is looking for, right? So right now you barely have any citations. Some of the competition right there are about 15 to 100. You want to shoot for about 200, 250 citations. That's going to really show Google that you deserve to be at the top, and then we can just kind of work our way from there. So the three things I talked about, I hope that it helps you in kind of your marketing efforts. I know you submitted this maybe not really looking for an SEO, but at least this way you can kind of gauge and kind of get a general idea about what you need to work on moving forward. Now, if you'd like someone else to do this for you, this is absolutely something that we can do here at Mr. and Mrs. Leads. We provide all kinds of services from website design to SEO to paid advertising through Facebook ads, ClickFunnels, email marketing, Bing, Yahoo ads, everything. So it's just kind of up to you what you want to achieve along with your marketing budget, and then we can just kind of work our way from there. So I hope this video finds you well, and hope to talk to you soon. I appreciate it, and take care. Thank you, Tamara.